Now we will discuss the factors on which the rate of adsorption or adsorption depends. Right? Factors on which adsorption depends. Right? Adsorption depends. This is the metal surface, right? When this metal surface is in air, it will absorb surrounding particles, right, or gases. Let's say it will absorb gas onto its surface, right? This surface is called as adsorbent, and to the gas we call it adsorbate, right? Now, what are the factors on which adsorption of this gas depends on the surface of this metal, right? So what all things we have in this picture of adsorption, then those are the only factors, right? Those are the factors. So we have gas, we have surface, right? And we have temperature, right? Temperature where this adsorption is taking place. Then we can also have pressure, right, on which it depends. So we have this surface, then we say it nature of surface, right? And this gas is getting adsorbed onto this surface. So nature of gas will also affect adsorption, right? Third is temperature. What if temperature of the surrounding is high or low, right? And fourth is pressure, right? Now let's discuss all these factors one by one, because these are the factors on which adsorption of this gas depends on the surface of any solid. First is your nature of surface. We know that gas gets adsorbed on the surface, right? And more is the surface area of the solid, then more is the adsorption, right? I repeat, more is the surface area, more is the adsorption, right? And there are different ways of increasing the surface area, and we have studied this in previous lecture also, that if we divide this solid, if instead of taking a big one piece of solid, if we divide that solid, right, into pieces, then that will increase the surface area, right? And increasing surface area means it will increase the adsorption, right? And we also have studied one thing, if you remember, if you divide the surface, right, then it will generate, or it will create more unbalanced forces at the surface. Unbalanced forces, or what we call it as unsatisfied valencies, right? So that those unsatisfied valencies are what will attract, or what will bind the gas molecules onto the surface, right? So increasing surface area will increase adsorption, because increasing surface area will increase the unbalanced forces or the free valencies on the surface, right? So second is the nature of the gas. It has been observed that the same gas, right, or the same adsorbent will absorb different gases, right, at different rate. So rate of adsorption for different gases is different on the same surface, on the same solid surface. What could be the reason? Let's first write first one. Nature of surfaces: finely divided surface have high adsorption due to more unsatisfied valencies or what we call it as unbalanced forces. To know the concept of unsatisfied valencies and unbalanced forces, you can check the previous video on adsorption. The second is your nature of gas. Nature of gas is nature of gas says different gases, it's been observed that different gases are adsorbed to different extent by the solid, by the same solid, right, surface. So nature of gas is, we know that if this is the surface and gas molecules are getting adsorbed, right, onto the surface, right. So this adsorption, if you just look at it carefully, this adsorption of these gas molecules on the surface depends on the force of attraction or intermolecular force of attraction, right, between gas molecules, right. So gases that has high intermolecular force of attraction between molecules are adsorbed better than the other gases that has poor force of attraction between its molecules, right. So generally it's been observed that gases that can be liquefied easily, right, they are adsorbed better, because for them, for gases that can be easily liquefied, those gases have high intermolecular force of attraction, and high intermolecular force of attraction will lead to better adsorption, right. Or what we also say that the gases that can be easily liquefied have high critical temperature, right. If the critical temperature is high, then the liquefaction of the gas is also high, and that will also increase the adsorption rate, right, because critical temperature is related to the intermolecular force of attraction between the gas molecules, right. Higher is the critical temperature, higher is the intermolecular force of attraction. So if higher is the intermolecular force of attraction, that means that gas can be easily liquefied. Just to understand this, if these are gas molecules, right, suppose, let's say you have to liquefy this gas molecules, then what are the ways when solid, or I'm sorry, when gas changes into liquid, right. We know that in gases molecules are far apart, and in liquid molecules are close as compared to gases, right. So in order to bring the molecules, in order to liquefy this gas, we have to bring the molecules of gas close to one another, right. To bring the molecules close to one another, we have two things. First is we decrease temperature, second is we increase pressure, right. So there is a temperature at which these gas molecules will start coming close to one another and start condensing or start changing into liquid form, right. So the temperature, this particular temperature, right, at which, say this is your x degree Celsius, at which gas molecules can change into liquid form, right. So any temperature, if temperature is anything above x degree Celsius, then no matter how high pressure you apply, the gas would not be liquefied, right. So higher is this temperature, right, because we are lowering down the temperature, and at one particular temperature, say x degree Celsius, the gas will start liquefying, right. So higher is this temperature, right, higher is this temperature, more easily gas can be liquefied, right. So gases that has high critical temperature would easily liquefy, and the gases that can easily liquefy, they have high intermolecular force of attraction, that means, right, because to liquefy a gas we have to bring these gas molecules together. So if gases, those gases like CO2, SO2, those gases can be easily liquefied because they have high intermolecular force of attraction, right. So high intermolecular force of attraction means we have to decrease the temperature to a lesser extent, right, to bring these molecules together, right. Decreasing temperature to a lesser extent means critical temperature is high. So critical temperature is high, right, so gas molecules can be easily liquefied, right, and they have high intermolecular force of attraction, right. So I'll just mention here high critical temperature, right, means easily liquefiable gases, right? And easily liquefiable gases means the gases that can be easily liquefied means they have high intermolecular force of attraction, right? And high intermolecular force of attraction, if gas molecules have high intermolecular force of attraction, then we say they are better adsorbed, right? So gases that have high critical temperature, or gases those can be easily liquefied like CO2 and SO2, right, have high rate of adsorption based on this explanation. Right? Now let's see another factor, which is your temperature, right? Before this video lecture, we have understood the thermodynamics of adsorption process, where we said that adsorption is an exothermic process where heat is evolved, right? So when a gas, right, it adsorbed on a solid, gas is adsorbed on a solid, it will form solid plus gas, right, plus heat is given because it's an exothermic process. And we have also studied that at one point, so when this gas is getting adsorbed on the surface, some of the gas molecules are also leaving the surface. That is, desorption is also taking place, which is reverse of adsorption. So at one point, the rate of adsorption will decrease slowly. As the adsorption proceeds, the rate at which gas molecules are getting adsorbed will decrease, and the rate at which they are leaving the surface will increase. And at one point, rate of adsorption will become equal to the rate of desorption, right? And at that point, we say adsorption equilibrium has reached, right? So this is an equilibrium process where heat is evolved, right? And since this is an exothermic process, right, so let's see increase in temperature, how increase in temperature will affect this equilibrium or affect the adsorption. As per Le Chatelier's principle, that states that if you increase temperature, then this equilibrium will shift in a direction where heat is absorbed, right? So in this direction, heat is evolved in this direction where adsorption is taking place, and heat is absorbed in a direction where desorption is taking place, right? So here in the reverse direction where desorption is taking place, that is, gas molecules are leaving the surface, right? So increase in temperature will favor desorption, that is, with increasing temperature adsorption will decrease. Increasing temperature will shift equilibrium towards left, right? That is, it will decrease adsorption, right? So rate of adsorption will decrease with increasing temperature, right? And we have seen this based on Le Chatelier's principle, right? And we have also understood how equilibrium is reached. Now the last one is your pressure. Here we said that if you increase the pressure, it will bring the gas molecules together, or it will bring increasing pressure will bring the molecules together, right? So if I increase the pressure here, it will increase the intermolecular force of attraction, right? So at constant temperature, if I increase the pressure, it will increase the rate of adsorption, because if between these gas molecules, the intermolecular force of attraction is increased due to increasing pressure, the adsorption will also increase, right? I repeat, if intermolecular force of attraction between gas molecules will increase, right, if this intermolecular force of attraction is increased, right, so gas molecules will stay on the surface, they would be attracted towards one another and will increase the rate of adsorption. So we say at constant temperature with increasing pressure, rate of adsorption will increase, right? So at low temperature the adsorption of gas increases very rapidly, right? So at low temperature, right, if pressure is reduced, it will increase rate of adsorption, right? So you have you can draw a graph also for this, right? The graph is between pressure and gas adsorbed at different temperatures, right? This is your pressure. If you increase pressure like this, you get the graph of this form, right? And you are these different graphs means they are at different temperatures, right? So lower is the temperature, better is your adsorption, right? So this is it. And high pressure and low temperature will favor adsorption. That is, adsorption will increase at low temperature and at high pressure, right? And we have studied about here nature of gas. Nature of gas is the gases that can be easily liquefiable, the gases that can be easily liquefied, right? They have high intermolecular force of attraction. So high intermolecular force of attraction means they have high rate of adsorption, or adsorption is better for gases that can be easily liquefied. And gases those can be easily liquefied, they have high critical temperature, right? So I hope all these factors are clear to you. Thanks.